This is Paul. Yeah. These subscription services, yes. I was just reading this RCW 98.56.250. Yes. They have what's known as the civil cause of action. There's created a civil cause of action for theft of subscription to newspapers. Oh, the unlawful sale of subscription of newspapers. Oh, any person who sustains injury to his or her person, business, or property by an act described, yes, may file an action in Superior Court for recovery of damages and costs of the suit, including investigative and attorney's fees and costs. Now, these civil causes of action that I've documented, yes. Why don't you get me all the subscriptions to all the newspapers throughout the nation? Pouch. And the magazines. Now, I know you're in the newspaper business and you don't have any compulsion to make sure the dates are right on the articles that you publicize. And I thought, well, when I had informed law enforcement that it was not Marilyn in a picture, pooch, I would have thought that they would be concerned about the pastor of Kingsway Foursquare Church using an image of my biological sister as if it was his wife. But I thought he did it to upset me. Kind of like they think, well, this is going to piss him off. Pooch. Now, let's say you were to steal, right, actual newspapers. Yes, yes, yes. I just need to know every subscription of every newspaper and magazine for the last 20 years and the actual identities of those that have subscribed. Now, a lot of these newspapers, yes, they have websites where if you subscribe to the newspaper, you have it available to go through any of the articles that they published. Isn't that right? And you're reading an article about an adoption that happened in 2014 or 2012. See, it puts the ages of Marilyn's children in that article. Yes, yes. But if you looked at it, the ages aren't right if it's 2014 that. Well, I'm a little concerned because I think I have a civil cause of action. And when I tell you, okay, that's not Marilyn, and she's a missing person, and her daughter's being exploited, and all of my mail was going to that address for the last 5 years, and I've been arrested numerous times for crimes that I didn't commit. Yes. I kind of wondered how it's possible that law enforcement didn't realize that when you didn't admit the evidence that I wasn't in Sequim, Washington, yes, I could have filed a false police report and had that protection order removed. Now, I'm going to go through every newspaper of the United States for the last 20 years, yes, and their actual subscription, the subscribers, and you would think that anything that they publish, yes, has to be truthful, factual, has to be published on the actual date that it happened. Pouch! Now, let's say, okay, you're a subscriber to the Sequim Gazette, Mooch, and you've been getting the newspaper for X number of years, and you pay your subscription every month. And you go online and you find out they updated their software in 2014, but they didn't change the dates on the actual articles. Well, I think it would be fraudulent publishing of newspaper articles, wouldn't it? It's kind of a little fraud there to not have the right date on it. Now, as an American citizen, I have to think of the jury of my peers. Now, it says that you can get paid the investigative cost, yes, and attorney's fees, yes, for the civil causes of action, yes. Well, my thought is, if I can get paid for the investigative fees, there's no reason why I wouldn't employ private investigators to investigate why it is that you never changed my address.